What's good, YouTube? It's your boy KB with Just Do Boxing, back with another video. Before I get into the video, I want to say, if this is your first time coming across the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, man. Share these videos, helps the channel grow. It's greatly appreciated. So let's get into it, man. Recently, man, I seen a post made by Michael Benson stating that Eddie Hearn made a very big offer for a potential matchup between Joshua Buatsi and Anthony Yarde. Nothing is etched in stone or anything like that, but when I come across certain posts and, they bring up potential matchups, one thing I like to do over here at this channel is, discuss the potential matchups, man, because I think this would be a great fight if it happened. So let's get into it, man. Joshua Buatsi, 15-0, 13 KOs, 6'2", fighting from Ghana, 28 years old, United Kingdom, 74.5-inch reach. He recently coming off a TKO for Richard Bolotniks in a very competitive fight. He got the job. He got him out of there in the 11th round. It's definitely Bolotniks was no doubt Buatsi's toughest fight to date. Buatsi was, he controlled the fight for the most part, but, like I said, he had a live dog in there in Bolotniks, and, he fought back. He was dropped. Buatsi would drop Bolotniks in the 7th round. He would get back to his feet, and, he continued to make the fight competitive throughout. But ultimately, Buatsi, with him having, real good punching power, he was able to get the job done, get the TKO in the 11th round. And that was for the WBA title eliminator. That was back in August 14th of 2021. 2 fights before that, Buatsi was against, 2 unbeaten fighters in a row. He had 15-0 Daniel Blender dos Santos, and he had 11-0 Marco Khalid. He TKO'd both, so with only just 15 fights, he's faced some pretty decent competition so far. And Buatsi is definitely shown to be a quality fighter. Very technically sound. He's strong, power in both hands. Got a good jab. He's good at placing his punches, and you don't really waste too many punches. Seems like a well-schooled, skilled young fighter. Like I said, Bolotniks definitely tested him. It was his toughest test to date, but he got through it, and on to the next. And I seriously think a fight between Joshua Buatsi and Anthony the Beast Yarde will be a hell of a matchup. Anthony Yarde, 22-2 with 21 KOs. 30 years old, 6 feet. He also fighting out of the UK. I think that'd be a great fight for the UK. I think it'd do well over there. I think it'd do numbers. So it's both known, you could say top level fighters over there. And I think this is a fight that not only their fans, but our fans will want to see as well. Yarde had a 72-inch reach and coming off a revenge KO, when he knocked out then the 19-0 Lyndon Arthur, who beat Yarde in the first fight by a split decision. A little controversial, if you ask me, because the only thing Lyndon Arthur did in that fight was use a jab, and he said he had a hand injury, so maybe that had an effect on, his performance. But when his rematch came, it was a totally different look. That first fight, like I said, they first met December 5th, 2020 in a close fight that many felt Yarde won. You know what I mean? But the fight definitely lacked action. But the second fight was a total opposite. It delivered. And Yarde was able to get his revenge with a destructive KO over Lyndon Arthur in 4 rounds. He came out, he did what he said he was going to do. He came out much more aggressive, letting his hands go. He was hitting Arthur early and often with power shots. Arthur, he said he was coming to fight 100% for this rematch, so he didn't have any excuses. He stated he had a hurt hand in the first fight, but the second fight was totally different. He got blitzed from the opening bell. Yarde would land power shots and shook him up, dropped him early, and got him out of there in four quick rounds. I think that was a hell of a statement for a rematch. That's the Anthony Yarde we used to seeing. Very calculated, smart, but explosive at the same time. And that's what we got in that rematch. But I think a fight with Yarde and Buatsi would deliver. I think that'd be one of the best fights that the UK could offer with those two guys. Two guys basically in their physical prime still, young, both still hungry, both can box with skill, neither fighter lacks heart or power. I think that's kind of like a 50-50 fight. Good style clash with, maybe you get a slight edge and experience to Anthony Yarde, but both guys have good punching power, Buatsi 15-0, 13 KOs, and with Anthony Yarde, out of his 22 wins, 21 of those were knockouts. So this is a fight I definitely think could deliver. I don't think it goes the distance, man. I think these two dudes hungry, young, aggressive, and they got something still to prove. I think the style matchup would be perfect. It'd be like a chess match. That's man win. Who I think whoever has the better game plan or who lands the first big shot might control the fight. So it's definitely a fight I would want to see. Anthony Yarde, like I say, looked real good in his last performance, getting the fourth round stoppage. And Buatsi as well. He was tested, against Palatniks. He got the job done in the 11. He remained unbeaten, 15-0, 13 KOs. So I think this is a fight that we might not get for a little while, but who knows with boxing, because both guys have been asked on numerous occasions about facing each other. So I think a fight between the two is inevitable. I think as long as those guys both keep winning, I think it's a matter of time before they, meet up and, prove who's the better fighter out of the UK and who's the better fighter at 175. So that's my thoughts on the fight. I just wanted to give y'all a quick potential matchup, man. I seen the post and I figured, Anthony Yarde versus Joshua Buatsi would be a hell of a matchup. It's a fight I hope we get. We'll wait and see what happens, man. But that's my thoughts on this fight, man. Y'all get in the comment section. Like, comment, hit that subscribe button, man. Get in the comment section and let me know if I gave Joshua Buatsi and Anthony Yarde their just due. That's what I do over at Just Do Boxing. To the next one, I'm out. Peace.